All right, this is the next episode of True Wrestling Fan Discussions. We are back with our WCW Clash of the Champions review series. It's going to be WCW Clash of the Champions 26. I'm your host, Mike.
I'm Frank. Man, it's good to be back doing the pay-per-views, doing these
Yes, sir.
clashes. Man, let's get these clashes over with. And this is a very special one because this is the debut of Bobby the Brain
Yeah,
Heenan.
the Weasel.
Yep. And Mean Gene was like, "Oh, this guy
Re
follows me everywhere."
Reunited.
He goes, "This is the worst news I found out since I realized my mother-in-law was moving in with us last month." Yeah, I know. I can relate to that. I know how it felt.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So yeah, Bobby the Brain Heenan is now doing commentary with Tony Schiavone. He left WWE. I hated to see him go in WWE, but I like how they did it with Gorilla packing
Really,
him up
yeah.
with toilet paper and water off of
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw. I mean, I can't see why how they could let him go. He was
So
an icon in there.
yeah, it was the money. WCW offered
Yeah,
him a lot of money, yeah.
and he did good in his first couple of years in WCW. I just felt that he was kind of drowning come like late '98,
Yeah.
going further
Hmm.
with everything that was going on. I just felt like he was drowning in there. But for the time being, we got Bobby, we got Tony, and we got the Clash from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, January 27th of 1994. Fresh off the heels of Starcade. Ric Flair's the new world champion. He's in the main event in a
Hmm.
tag match. Vader's on the other side. Vader wants to hurt him. All right, here we go. Opening matchup on this card is a return bout, and it's also a number one contenders match for the tag titles. The winner of this match will face the Nasty Boys on TBS Saturday night coming up. It is Too Cold Scorpio and Marcus Alexander Bagwell versus Pretty Wonderful. Again, when we did the Starcade review, I mentioned the assassin was the reason why
Hmm.
Bagwell and Biggio, Bagwell and Biggio. No, not the Astros.
That's the Killer
Bagwell
Beast.
and Bagwell and Scorpio lost this match. This would not be the same going into this one. And to me, I think Bagwell and Scorpio looked a lot more intense in this
Mhm.
one, a lot more focused on beating these guys. Bagwell hit a missile dropkick off the top rope on Roma and had the pin on Orndorff, but it broke the count when but Bagwell was still on him. Now I thought this was funny. He goes in there with a half-assed attempt to break the count, but Bagwell never got off of Roma. So it's like, okay, you didn't do anything
Right, right. What
except
did you
the
really do?
referee got up,
Yep.
but he still had the three count going. So okay, we botched that one. No big deal. Nobody saw it. Uh, Now Orndorff had his knee up. Now again, referee's not looking. The assassin gets involved again. Takes whatever he had put in his mask the month prior, puts it in Orndorff's knee this time. Bagwell threw Roma into Orndorff's knee. That knocked him out, and he got the pin. And Bagwell and Scorpio going on as the number one contenders for the Nasty Boys. So congratulations to them. They finally got the victory
Hmm.
over these guys. So next match on the card was student versus teacher. I didn't understand
Yeah.
this storyline one bit, but it was Ice Train versus Ron
Sure.
Simmons.
It's like Rocky Five.
Yeah, only this was
Tom
more
Lincoln versus.
interesting. Come on, man. Rocky, don't mention Rocky Five to me.
Yeah.
You come
I
off one of the best Rockies ever, and you make
Yeah,
that.
I still like the street fight. I still enjoy the street fight, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah,
He's the thief. I
yeah,
need alcohol.
exactly, yeah.
I could quote that forever,
Oh
but
yeah, of
let's
course.
let's not get sidetracked.
But yeah, now Simmons is. I guess he's a heel, right? He's a heel right now, and
Well, they said the whole reason behind him acting the way he is because he wanted the match against Ice Train to see what he learned, but he did not want to do it on a clash. He didn't want it aired. That's the problem. Why? Were you afraid you were going to lose to this kid
I
and everybody would
guess because he
see it?
was
I
Ice
don't
Train's
know.
mentor, and I don't know.
This is really sad that Ron Simmons got to where he was and now
Right,
he's at
and now
this.
he's at this. Yeah,
That's just to me sad because
makes
he
no
should
sense.
still be in the main
Yeah,
event picture.
I agree.
But this match did not last long, and there was a lot of 3 point stance moves in this
Mm.
match, which
Football
shows me
stuff.
that Ice Train does not have a move list. Does not have a repertoire to go to other than his muscles. And the body slam, he even botched that. So he went for the 3 point stance for like I don't know the third, fourth, fifth time.
Hmm.
I lost count into the corner. He misses it, and Ron Simmons rolls him up with a
Hmm.
handful of tights, and that's
Yep.
how we're going to win this
Yeah.
match. I thought it was bad. I thought it could be real. It could be
It
better.
could have. Yeah, it could have been better, but
Unfortunately, it wasn't. and Ron Simmons gets the victory over a guy that he still needs more practice. He's still too green, in my opinion. He'll get better, but not much better. So after that, Mean Gene interviewed Steve Austin being Rob Parker and Rob Parker being Steve Austin.
Yeah, kind of silly.
Because later on, Rob Parker has a match against Brian Pillman where the loser will have to wear a chicken suit.
A chicken suit. What the hell? On
TBS Saturday night. And then, of course, to make it even worse, oh, yeah, we have a new commissioner, Nick Bockwinkel.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Now, hold your applause. No. I don't even think anybody cared, to be honest. So I knew it was going to be Bockwinkel. I remember when they did this. So, and I was just like, oh, man. And this is not the last time you're going to see Bockwinkel on this night because he will get involved in the main event. For whatever reason, he wants to be like Jack on the tape.
Well, he had to earn his paycheck, I guess.
Yeah, because he ain't in charge. He's just a figurehead. Come on, we all know this.
On TV.
Yeah. Now for the next two matches, Bobby Heenan would be commentating with Gordon Soley, while Tony stepped away. I think they did a really good job. I mean,
yeah, have fun.
Soley is an icon in the business, but it wasn't in my time, so it's kind of hard for me to get totally behind him. I do love, like I said before, when he says suplex, it's suplex. Turns out that's the way you say it.
Right. That's the way it's pronounced.
We found that out, so I learned something there. But he's doing the commentary in the two matches. The first match was the television title. Lord Steven Regal versus Dustin Rhodes. So Dustin goes from last month losing his U.S. title. Now he's the number one contender for the TV title. And what have we said about the TV title?
It's worthless?
Well, besides that.
I don't remember.
There's always going to end in a draw.
Oh, yeah.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
It ended the same way Starrcade ended for Regal. This is 2 straight televised matches. 2 straight times it's ending in a draw. And, I mean, the last 5 minutes, Regal kept going out of the ring, which to me was aggravating me because you're purposely looking for this now. And Rhodes hits his bulldog, but couldn't get the pin as time expires. It seems to be the ongoing thing that happens here. You go for the pin when there's 2 seconds left and you got a 3 count to get. But Regal going in and out of the ring, knowing that the time limit was going down, it really aggravated me. Back then, I think they needed to do away with this 15-minute time limit. Just add some more time to it, and let's go. This particular title is to be defended every week on TV. Mm-hmm. You can't keep doing that if you're going to keep constantly having the draw.
It's annoying. I agree.
It is. So following that match, Mean Gene interviewed Aaron Neville. Okay, we ain't got no wrestlers to interview, but no problem. It's fine. I like Aaron Neville. So next match on the card was in a non-title match. The Nasty Boys not defending the tag titles at this against Cactus Jack and Max Payne, who could also now, they won their match at Starrcade, and they win this match as well. They should definitely be in line for a tag title shot. Because now the Nasty Boys, and let's not forget, Sting and Hawk win by disqualification. Where's their rematch? So you got a bunch of teams in line for the Nasty Boys at this point, and it seems like they're ducking them. Now, when the Nasty Boys got to the ring, the music hits, Payne and Jack, nowhere to be found. They even go to commercial break, we come back, nowhere to be found. Eventually, they come out of the crowd behind them. Now, what's funny on this match is the way it ended. I got a little chuckle out of this. Cactus double underhook DDTs Brian Knobbs. Goes for the pin. Sags hits an elbow drop. Now you got Knobbs on top of him. Referee's getting Sags out of the ring. Max Payne comes in the ring. Elbow drops Sags. We're going to go back over, and Cactus gets the victory over the Nasty Boys. A little cheesy, but now the writers are pretty much saying, I have no faith in the tag team champions.
Right. Yeah, more or less.
Because they're going to end it like this. They should be on a momentum going into their next title match, and instead they just lost 2 in a row. And this one legit. If the titles were on the line, they're done.
They would, yeah.
So I don't know. Next match on the card, loser wears a chicken suit. Oh Lord. It's Flying Brian Pillman against Colonel Rob Parker. Remember, we're still in the aftermath of the Hollywood Blondes
Right,
breaking
yeah.
up with Austin and Pillman.
Which they
So
shouldn't have.
now they shouldn't have never done that. They were the hottest tag team in
Yeah,
1993. They main evented clashes. They fought the Horsemen. I mean, they were on
yeah,
fire.
yeah.
And then
That's
and
what
what's funny is in Austin's documentary, he's like, "Yeah, I don't want a tag team partner." Then when he finally does it, oh, we're gonna
right,
put you
like,
back in the singles. But
yeah.
wait a minute, what about? I like the thing we got going with
It
Brian.
makes no sense.
Because when something works, WCW has to shit
Yeah.
all
Hmm.
over it. Now, they showed the rivalry. In order for Pillman to get this match, he had to beat Austin in a one-on-one match, which he did. So now he gets this match. And it's funny when he comes out, he's got a box of KFC chicken, funny, with Colonel Rob Parker on the cover of the box, and he's throwing away the chicken to the
Hmm.
crowd. I thought that was funny. Now, at one point, Parker and Austin tried to leave, but the boss it wasn't happening. Not going to work for you, man. So you're going to have to win this match. Either way, win or lose, it don't matter. You're getting your ass back in the ring. Now, while the ref was outside dealing with Parker, Austin got in the ring and gave him his stun gun, which
And it's
technically now Pillman should have been. It should be over at this point. It's not. After Austin got involved once again, the boss literally chased Austin out. Now it's funny you see this now this way.
hmm
Funny how in 4 years,
right,
4 or 5 years, we're going to see it a different way. And so Pillman rolled up Parker and got the pin. I would have liked it if he went off the top rope and did his signature move, not just rolling up Parker to get the victory. But in any event, Parker's got to wear the chicken suit on TBS Saturday night. Okay, whatever. It is. Again, I would have loved to see a knockdown, drag out Austin Pillman match on this clash. Let's end this feud. First
I
blood
agree.
match. I don't care what you
Yeah.
got to do. Just let's do it. Now our main event is an elimination tag team match. It is Sting and the World Heavyweight WCW champion, Ric Flair, versus Vader and the World Heavyweight champion, Rick Rude. And Buffer did, and I quote, referred to him as WCW Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
how they announced
Yeah.
him at this one.
I wrote it down too. Yeah, they refer to him as the current WCW Heavyweight Champion. Yes, Rude as the current, which is what he should be. And then they refer to Flair as the 11-time professional heavyweight champion of the world.
Well, thank you, Michael Buffer, for clearing it up for Rick Rude.
Right.
So when we all try to get WWE to change this, we have the proof.
Just don't understand how they'll say international and then they'll say this. I don't know. Whatever. Rude's the world.
I don't think I ever heard them say international once.
Not in the introduction, but
yeah,
but
during the match they said it. Unfortunately, they have to keep nudging it.
Right, yeah.
And it's annoying me because Buffer cleared it up. WCW Heavyweight Champion.
Right, yeah.
Argument settled. We're done.
Right. I don't know.
No, it's not.
You know, interesting because if Vader would have held on to the title, they both would have been heel champions on the same team.
Yeah, and Flair would be in the match.
Right, but Vader had lost to that would have been somebody else. Yeah.
Well, again, Sting can. I don't understand why he keeps trusting these guys.
I don't know. I don't get it. Why did
he's just going to wind up fighting them again anyway in the next clash.
Right.
Thanks to somebody, and I'm not getting into that now.
Right. Unfortunately, this is Rude's last clash because then he has the back injury in a few months.
Unfortunately, yeah. And he's going to wind up losing the title, and then his career is pretty much done.
And then his career is over, unfortunately. But,
yeah, and I would have loved to see him at the time that Savage and Hogan came over.
Oh yeah,
getting in the ring with them if Hogan allowed it.
Right. Yeah. The next clash we'll get more into.
Oh yeah, that's why I said I'm not getting involved in that.
We'll get more into it. Yeah. But
so in any event, this was an elimination match. And it was well documented by Bobby that Vader was out to hurt Flair.
Yeah.
And he was, because you're talking about a Vader bomb. 2 superplexes off the top rope. I mean, he wasn't trying to pin him. He's trying to kill him.
He is. This is star-studded.
He wants him to relinquish that title.
This is a star-studded match. You got current and former champions. These guys are all like Hall of Famers as
This
far as
this,
I'm
this was a great
concerned.
main
Like, I
event,
mean, yeah, it's just
and the fact that it's an elimination match makes it even
right. It
better.
makes it a little more interesting. Yeah.
Now, here's where the elimination comes in. Vader's outside, goes outside. Now, mind you, Nick Bockwinkel's at ringside.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, nothing has transpired recently that the new commissioner from 45 minutes ago
I told you,
needs to be at ringside.
Yeah.
And all he does is get involved in the match to where it was his nose was not needed.
Mm-hmm.
Vader goes and gets a chair to really take out Ric Flair, and Bockwinkel gets in his way, going, "You're not going to use that chair." And Vader's looking at Harley. You want to get him out of my way? I was waiting for Vader to knock him out.
He should have.
Matter of fact, I would have loved it.
Yeah, he should have.
The man does not need to be involved in here. Nothing has happened since he's taken office a little while ago.
Let it play out.
If he gets disqualified, so be it.
Right, it's
but
not
now
like
it just looks like he's defending Flair. He's
pretty much
coming to the aid of Flair.
It's not like the situation that happened, and I'm not going to get too sidetracked on this. It's not like the situation that happened with Hogan and Undertaker, where then Jack Tunney in the rematch, Tunney's there to try to prevent anything, which things still go. They still go left, but that would have But that would have made more sense had there been a prior match, and then
exactly something happens to where he has to be at ringside. He has to
be at ringside, but either way, whatever.
But he's just butting in where it didn't belong. So what winds up happening is while he's arguing with Bockwinkel, the referee's doing the count, and both him and Flair are counted out.
Ridiculous.
That's the only cheesy part of this
Flair
match.
was banged up already at that point.
He really was.
Yeah. So
that was the only cheesy part of this match.
Yeah.
But now we're down to Sting and Rude. No love lost here between the two of them. They mentioned how, when Rude first came in, he targeted Sting. He took his U.S. title. Now he's the heavyweight champion. And, they went back and forth. And, this match was good. It was funny because Rude goes for the Rude Awakening. Sting's holding the rope. And then Sting goes for the Rude Awakening, but no pin was executed at that point. Now Rude goes for the Tombstone Piledriver. Sting reverses it, executes it, then goes off the not going for the Scorpion Deathlock.
Right.
He goes for the splash off the top rope and gets the pin that way, which I don't agree with. And Sting beats Ravishing Rick Rude, where I think Rude should have come out on top in this one.
Yeah, I thought he probably.
I'm not saying this because I'm a Rude fan and I'm biased.
Yeah, I mean, then they go into their feud again. After this, unfortunately, he suffers that back injury versus Sting, and I think it was in
Tokyo, I believe.
Yeah, the back injury and he was supposed to go into a feud with Vader. Him and Vader are supposed to go into a feud.
Man, that would have been really good.
Yeah, no, they were already setting it up, and then the back injury, and then Rude's gone. Unfortunately, his career is over as far as in ring.
Yeah, because then he loses the title to Sting, and then the ridiculous unification match.
That's next Clash. So save it.
Stop it.
Save it.
Yeah, I'll leave it alone.
Right, it's gonna be a good one, though. That's gonna be a good one. But overall, I mean, what do you think about this one?
There were a couple of matches that I don't think should have been on there that could have just gone on regular TV or house show. You had the chicken soup thing, I thought was funny. I would have loved to see it that night, to be honest.
Right, they should have. It should have been right after the match.
Pillman beat him, put the suit on.
Right.
I would have loved to see Pillman and Austin more in ring with the two of them, since they're the ones that are feuding. I thought the main event was great. I don't like Bockwinkel getting involved in something that didn't need him to be involved. But I mean, overall, it wasn't bad. This is the first event that they've held since Starrcade, and we had a couple of rematches from the pay-per-view. So, but unfortunately, like you said, this will be Rick Rude's last. We wouldn't know it at that time, but I mean, overall, the Clash didn't stink. It was pretty decent.
It was fun. All right. The next Clash we're covering is the Unification. So we're gonna have a lot to say about that, including everyone's favorite Hulk Hogan. So tune into the next episode.
I promised. Yeah. I said I wouldn't say anything right now. Just one man, one champion, huh? Okay.
All right. That's a review. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys soon.
Take care.